Hi everyone, this is Steven from Where Else Philippines. I want to thank all my subscribers and viewers to my channel. I appreciate you all, and I hope to continue to bring you some good content for you to enjoy. Today we're going to do something that I've been putting off for a while. It's the house tour. So without further ado, and with the help of my trusty assistant Yeng, here we go. Oh, I forgot you. Hi, come on in. So here we are in our living room. Nice front window. We now have a tree with a star on it because the room here is so huge that the ceiling's way up there. In comparison to what we had before, the ceiling was much lower and it would not allow for the star to be put on top of the tree. Actually, the top of the tree was bent to be able to fit. But it's the same tree as we had in our last house. All of the furnishings you see are courtesy of the household owner, or the homeowner, I should say, that we're renting from. Everything in here was left. We decided to make use of it. The only thing that we actually added to this room was the table, coffee table, the fan that's there to blow some air, and this particular chair. We brought that with us, but everything else, as far as the furniture was concerned, is here. The aircon in the corner is powerful enough to cool off the whole downstairs. We run it in the afternoons when it gets extremely hot, and we don't run it that long. We need to keep the temperature set to about 24 degrees centigrade, which is about 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It's nice and comfortable. As I said, it cools the whole room. And our electric bill isn't skyrocketing high because of the size of this. It's very efficient. But the room is huge. It's very airy, lots of light. You can see all the light that's coming in to this from the windows that we have. Keeps it bright, fresh, airy looking. Of course, we also have some double doors here that lead out into the garden. Kind of keep this closed. There's steps that lead out, but there's no need to go out there this way, and you'll soon see why. Okay. Okay, so down here is our dining room. In here, the only piece of furniture that we brought with us was the fan in the corner, table, the chairs, and the two high stools that are in the corners. Everything else was furnished again. The break front reminds me of my mother's break front, or your grandmother's break front, where all of the fine china would be. But we do nothing more than keep our glasses in here. My beer mugs, champagne glasses, wine glasses, and more beer mugs, and that's what we put in here. It matched basically the table in terms of the color, so we decided to keep it. Here is just like a table that we just keep stuff in. This is the command center where the modem goes, and the Wi-Fi and the phone and everything else that helps us communicate with the rest of the world. And over here We have the photographs on the wall, our decorations. Since I'm a photographer, I figured I might as well have my own work showcased. And so they're just a part of like an indoor gallery, I'll call it. My liquor cabinet, which of course I found use for. Oh my, come on. And it's pretty well stocked. Another little door that we can use to go out into the yard. Fresh air. We also don't go in and out of this door because it's not really necessary to do so. Another little chandelier. Here is where I made the decision to use, since these doors slide and not open out like the others, they have a nice little screen. So the screen lets in the air from outside, moving it out and into the yard. Come on, show you. We've got our furniture that's here, also came with the house. Everything here came with the house with the exception of the little patio set that's there. We brought that with us, had a nice little shade, so we put that in the corner. This is the yard. Nice space, nice living space, complete with even some falling branches. You have to put away. I saved that for with the garden comes. This is our outside space. And here I have my office. This is where I sometimes sit and do some of the work. I've made a couple of videos here, but basically this is my space where I can listen to my music. I have my books, some decorations, memorabilia from my old work days, like so, 25 years. What else? Some camera equipment. As we said, there is also my library of movies that I brought all that stuff with me. Nice ceiling fan, more movies, and complete with a CR off to the side. It's not a full bath, but there's a toilet, there's a sink, there's a shower. So if I'm in my office doing some work, I don't have to worry about running back into the house. I can come right here, use that. And also at the same time, I can go out this way. And once I'm out, then I can go in this way. Which brings me to the kitchen. Okay, the kitchen is huge. I think the kitchen that we had in the other house might have been to about here and maybe ended there. The range and the refrigerator is furnishings that we had to buy ourselves. The house did not come with a stove, it did not come with a refrigerator. So we purchased it and guaranteed the next place we live, we're taking this with us. We're not leaving it here. But nice stove, very good refrigerator. It's an inverter compressor, so it's very efficient. Very nice. Cabinets, of course, dishes, more of our own appliances. Off in this room is a spare room we use for storage. It was the old maid's room, I guess, from previous owners and renters who had maids. They've slept here. It's a nice little space to put some stuff in. There's also a CR there. So for our downstairs guests that come in, they can go there if they don't want to go back there. Come, let me show you this side. Okay, so here is just the area, the side of the house, where we do laundry. The washing machine, of course, we bought. We're taking that with us as well. This little space over on this side for hand washing and sort of like a dirty kitchen. And over here is just the front of the house where the car is parked. There's also over here a room that was used for drivers. When somebody hired a driver, they could sleep in there. That also has a CR. Again, a lot of bathrooms. So that's basically it for the downstairs. The dining area, the kitchen area, the living area, the extra office space. It's huge. It looks like it's a lot of space. Yeah, it is, but it's manageable. Even though there's only 2 of us in here, we're still able to keep the house clean. We do a general cleaning about once a month. After about 6 months, we have somebody come up from the outside and do a very thorough cleaning where they wash windows and do some maybe scrubbing that we're not doing on our own. But we do this without help. We don't have driver, we don't have maid. The only thing that we have from outside help is the gardener. And that's because our gardener is better at keeping our flowers than I am. So.
Than I am too.
And then she is too. So she said, anyway, we're going to go upstairs now so you can see the upstairs because there's more. Come on. So we're going to go up the stairs here. I want to show you just a piece of Philippine artwork that I bought. So yes, I do support Philippine arts. Nice piece. Maybe one day it'll be worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. This is actually, I don't know if it can be seen here, a Ross Capelli original. See, signed. 2012. Very good. Now up the stairs. This is good for exercise. More art from me, by me, from my Philippine street walking days. Central Park, you know where that is, Brooklyn Bridge, you know, a variety of works that I have taken pictures, whether they be at home in the US or here in the Philippines. And here is where we relax and watch the big screen TV. We have cable, we have DVD, we have our PS4 with Call of Duties where my girlfriend shoots me in the face every time.
That's right.
Underneath here I have some DVDs. More here. more here, and even more in here. Okay, so quite a collection. They all play. I watch them every now and then when there's nothing else on. Again, if it wasn't for the advanced technology of the internet age, I probably would not have brought this. If I'd known about Netflix coming here sooner, I wouldn't have brought all my music. If I knew Spotify existed, what does this save me? One room. That's it. Up here we've got 2 bedrooms that we use as bedrooms. First, I'm going to show you our spare room. This is our guest room. You come this far because we have guests, but you can't see them. They're hiding. One's hiding over there. I see you. But it's got plenty of light, room for them to move around in. There's a bed, so I have to sleep on the floor. Okay. This is my partner Yeng's she shed inside. She uses it as an office. She does her videos here. She has her clothes, assortment of clothes and shoes and all other kinds of stuff. Her own closet, her own bathroom. Yeah. When she gets mad, she goes in here.
My cave.
Yeah, her cave. This is the master bedroom. Again, there's plenty of light with the high lights up here. There's lights that come through here. You know, it's fairly large. I like a big bedroom. I don't like sleeping in the bed where I can reach out and touch the walls, or there's no room to move around. So this is good. Airy, like every other room in the house. And here we have the master bathroom, complete with a bathtub. Lots of light, double sink, closets, all good. And here we have our last room up here on the 2nd floor. We use it for storage of the owner's junky furniture that we didn't want to use. We put it here, covered it up. We don't go in this room. And that's it. That's our house. This is the house that we're in. And we go back downstairs. So that's my house. This is where Yeng and I live. The rent here is very reasonable. It looks big, it looks expensive. It doesn't cost any more than the small house that we came from. This doesn't cost any more than the 2-bedroom condo that I rented when I first moved here in 2011. In fact, I think this might be a little bit less than what I spent in rent in the condo. The one thing I do know for sure is that this is probably going to be the last house we rent. The lease here is 5 years. We have 4.5 years to go. Probably in the next year or so, we're going to start looking for a permanent place to live, build a house, maybe in the province somewhere. We'll have to see how the pandemic goes. If everything goes well, we can start seriously looking for a new place, build ourselves a home, like we've seen other people do. It's a convenient place for us to be here right now. The village is good. You'll see a quick tour around the village in another video, but again, I have no regrets in being here. I have no embarrassment about being in a big house. As I said, it doesn't take a lot to maintain. My bills aren't extravagant. I didn't come here to be cramped. I came here to be comfortable. And the the hope being that people who see this um, don't get the wrong idea. Um, this is not showing off. This is just being fortunate in finding a good real estate agent who picked out a nice house for us, and we're here, we're enjoying it. Um, you can have something like this too. I'm not knocking anybody else who has paid less for rent and live in a smaller house, or whether they live in the province or whether they live in the city. You know, where people live here in the Philippines as an expat is entirely up to them. So whatever you can afford. I can afford this. And I can still go around and travel outside the country before the pandemic and inside the country. So I thank you for coming. Um, that's my tour. That's my house tour. Um, come again next week for another episode from Where Else Philippines, my expat life. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.